Okay, to quickly quantify this trade, to buy 10 put options of Apple that expire next week, you would be currently spending $1,600 plus whatever your broker charges you for commissions, which is going to be roughly another, $8 to $20. So your cost of the trade is going to be roughly $1,600. If Apple drops $3, those options are going to be worth about $3.20, so roughly double the money. You would be able to close your position at $3,200. Now, the sooner the Apple drops, actually, since I've been recording this, it actually already dropped about 50 cents. So those options are actually worth more now since the beginning of the video. So if you did buy 10, you probably would be making right now about $150, $200. Now we're going conservative here, so 10 put options for next week. Again, it's an investment of $1,600 with a probability of closing the position at $3,200 for a $1,600 gain. Again, we'll review the trade next week and see what those options are going to be worth. Thanks for watching. Hi everyone, as promised, we were going to do a review of the Apple trade that was placed last week on March the 15th. Today is March the 19th. Last week we have acquired these put options at 177.5 strike. They're currently trading at $3.60, $3.65 range. So technically, if you wanted to close out your position right this very moment, you would be able to do it at $3.60. Last week we talked about buying these options at $1.60. So your investment again would have been $1,600. Right now you'd be getting back $3,600 for a total profit of $2,000. To make it clear, let's take a look at where Apple is actually trading. Apple is currently at 174.66. Let's take a closer look here. I'm going to maximize the sell. So we were opening the trade actually last week, a few days ago, when it was trading around 178, 179 range. Let me increase the time frame here. So the timing of the trade was right around here last week when we were able to identify what's called a head and shoulders pattern. And we were placing the trade based on that, identifying that head and shoulders pattern. Clearly, the stock gapped down today, so as the other technology stocks, which we've been talking on our channel that over the last few weeks, as NASDAQ was reaching its all-time highs and as all the analysts were increasing the price targets on these stocks, it was actually a good idea to short. So if you're looking for more opportunities, for more simple strategies, as you can see, you don't have to be a math wizard here. You don't have to know a ton of information. You don't have to go to school for 5-10 years. You simply have to get good at identifying the patterns, identifying the market momentum, where it's headed, where it's going. If you'd like to learn more how to do this, visit marketcrash.money. Learn about why market crash of 2018 is a possibility, why Bitcoin crash is a possibility. More importantly, how you can profit instead of being a victim of the crash. What can you do to profit on a downward market move? Schedule a consultation. It is a one-on-one consultation that's geared to your personal goals and your goals of profitability in the market. I personally believe that market is giving us right now unbelievable opportunities to profit in the next few months. So take advantage of this situation. Take action now. I wish everyone success, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Okay, so what's going on with Apple? Is it going to go higher or is it going to go lower? Well, let's take a closer look. Today is March 15th, 2018. Apple is currently trading the price of $179.06. So what's going on? Well, apparently, every time Apple is trying to make a new high, as it was doing just a couple of weeks ago, right here, you can see that it's followed up by a much greater selling volume, which is represented here by these red candles. As a matter of fact, clearly you can see it try to break out twice here, and each time it tried to go higher, the stock got taken down by a significant selling volume, which we could see right here at these bars at the bottom. So it goes higher on lower volume when we're comparing it to the selling volume. All right, the same pattern repeats here again as it tries to reach for an all-time high of 183.50. It's followed up by a significant selling volume as well. Now, a lot of analysts are quite bullish on the stock. Warren Buffett, we hear the story, recently purchased a ton of shares of Apple, with the exception that a lot of people don't know exactly where he purchased the shares. And as we know, Warren Buffett does not like to buy anything that is at all-time highs. So we know for a fact he was not buying it at 180 or 183 a share. Probably he pulled the trigger when the stock was trading right here in the 150s. Maybe at the ultimate low, he was able to actually put a stop to the fall of the stock that's been happening all the way here from 177 to the 150. So I personally believe he started buying the stock right here at the 150 level all the way through here. So apparently, he likes to hold the stock, so it does make a bit of difference to him if the stock now is going to drop from 180s all the way to 170s or possibly 165, 167 range. But it does make a difference to us as the traders of options. So let's take actually a closer look to see what is Apple doing today. Okay, so this is the Apple intraday chart. Again, today's March 15th. What I'm observing is a typical pattern that's known as head and shoulders. This area right here being the left shoulder, this right here being the head of the pattern, and right here we're observing the right shoulder. So typically this is a bearish pattern. Now again, this is not on a long-term frame. As we're trading weekly options, we're trying to figure out what's going to be happening to the stock in the next few days, within the next week to 2 weeks. So this pattern right here is known to be a very solid bearish pattern. So as a lot of analysts are calling for the stock to go higher, I'm actually seeing that there is a good reason based off the chart here, without taking a look closer at a bunch of other indicators, but just looking at the chart itself, that Apple could easily pull back to the 177, possibly try to hit its low right here at 177.81. It could definitely repeat that, so that's a dollar lower. If we're to look at maybe a slightly longer time frame right here, so it hit the level of 183.5. Since then, again, you're noticing this sell volume definitely exceeding the purchase volume of the stock. So, which tells us as Apple is reaching its highs, a lot of people are using this opportunity, regardless of what they're saying on TV, and regardless of what they're saying about the stock going higher. The action that we're observing is they're actually selling the stock as they're making all this prognosis that the stock is going to move higher, and it's one of the best deals out of all the stocks in the market right now. So again, on a longer time frame, we're sort of observing this pattern again, where we could be looking at a sort of a shoulder development here, another shoulder right here, this being the head. So the pattern certainly is repeating itself on a longer time frame as well. So where exactly could Apple go? Well, it was recently trading at 172. So could it, within the next 10 days, fall to 172? Yes, there is a good chance. So in other words, in my estimates, Apple is much likely to go lower in the short term over the next 10 days, opposed to trying to break out higher and reaching new highs at the 183 or higher level. So what exactly would you do knowing that information as far as the actual trade? So if we're to look at Apple options, these are 8 days out, which expire in March 23rd, 2018. A pretty safe strategy would be to buy some Apple put options at 177.5. They're currently trading 162, 165. If the bearish trend continues, then you would be able to close out these calls roughly for a 200% gain at around 320 if Apple makes another move lower over the course of the next few days. If it drops another $3 roughly, that's how much these options would be worth right here. Okay, to quickly quantify this trade, to buy 10 put options of Apple that expire next week, you would be currently spending $1,600 plus whatever your broker charges you for commissions, which is going to be roughly another, $8 to $20. So your cost of the trade is going to be roughly $1,600. If Apple drops $3, those options are going to be worth about $3.20, so roughly double the money. You would be able to close your position at $3,200. Now, the sooner the Apple drops, actually, since I've been recording this, it actually already dropped about 50 cents. So those options are actually worth more now since the beginning of the video. So if you did buy 10, you probably would be making right now about $150, $200. Now we're going conservative here, so 10 put options for next week. Again, it's an investment of $1,600 with a probability of closing the position at $3,200 for a $1,600 gain. Again, we'll review the trade next week and see what those options are going to be worth. Thanks for watching. If you have been curious how to make the money when markets fall, please visit marketcrash.money and get some additional information. Specifically, I have compiled some interesting reasons why stock market crash 2010 is a definite possibility, why we could be going for another Bitcoin crash, and more importantly, how to not let the market crash or the Bitcoin crash take advantage of you. Find out how to profit. If you're a new trader or an experienced trader, but you're looking for new ideas, new ways how to take advantage of the market fall, because quite honestly, markets do fall much, much faster than they go up. So it represents, for a trader, a great opportunity to profit on the opposite direction of the market in a much shorter time frame and oftentimes maximize much bigger returns. So if interested in knowing the ways how I trade weekly options for huge profits as much as 3,800% to 5,000% on certain days, get in touch with me. Visit this link right here, How to Profit, read some information, and schedule your consultation. I'll be glad to help out and get somebody on the right track and show you some of my profitable ideas and share some experience which I've accumulated over the last 30 years trading weekly options. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. We'll see you soon.